Good afternoon, everybody. This is Elena, and again, let's talk about motherhood with no hassle. Guys, we are talking so much every day about how to teach our kids to be this, how to teach our kids to be that, how they should learn, what's the best way for them to learn, how they should train, and so on and so forth. And a few days ago, I started thinking, isn't there a great number of things that our kids can teach us? And I actually came up with a short list of those things. Number one, kids, they are in a great touch with their body. They know how to feel and read their body. They know what they want to eat. They know when they want to eat. They definitely know what they don't want to eat. Moms, how many times did it happen to you that you prepare, let's say, oatmeal for breakfast, but your child wants eggs with sausage or bacon? Like, they want meat, they want eggs, they know what they ask for it. They do know when they get full. Sometimes we think they didn't eat enough, but kids, they definitely know that feeling of fullness. Whereas we as adults, sometimes we have so many things to do, we're in such a rush to do this and that we don't even know when we get hungry. Sometimes we forget to eat. Sometimes we don't even know what we want to snack. And the worst is that sometimes we don't know when we get full. So we overeat over and over again. And it's a huge problem. Something that we definitely should learn back. Number two is that our kids, they're very simple. They have a pretty straightforward way of thinking in a good way. Sometimes when we as adults, we have to come up with a solution, we are looking for sometimes for like a very deep and meaningful solution, very socially acceptable. We want to make sure it looks good, that it would be accepted by others. And kids, they're not like that. I'm not saying they think in the box. They definitely think outside of the box. They just don't bore themselves with the right solution. For example, the other day I was cooking breakfast with my son and I was cutting cheese, and he has his own plastic knife that can cut only soft things like bread or banana, so he wasn't able to cut the cheese. He was trying from one side and then the other, and like that, and it was really funny. But then I look at him and he was grabbing the cheese with both hands. It was a big piece and he was just biting it, and it worked fine. So my point is that sometimes, guys, we're overthinking about the right solution, and it can be right there, very simple and very effective. And kids are like that with any problem. They just do what's best for them. Number three is kids, they love themselves. Have you ever seen a child looking at himself at the mirror? Isn't it amazing? They just look and laugh and smile and they admire themselves and they pose. Or when the child wakes up from a nap and runs to your room, and then they would be standing there, hey, I'm here, look at me, pay attention to me, I'm here to entertain you. And isn't it awesome? They just love themselves no matter how bad their hair is, no matter how chubby they look, no matter what kind of clothes they wear, if it has spots or dirt, all that doesn't matter. And we as adults, we don't do that. There is always something in the way of loving ourselves, or it's not a good hair, nails, not a good job, married, not married, kids, not kids, crazy kids. We don't know how to enjoy ourselves, and I think that really affects our life in a bad way. Next one is that kids live through their emotions. When they're mad, you know it. When they're angry, you know it, and everyone else around you knows it. they live through that anger with the full body. They cry, they scream, they shake their hands, they let it out. If they're happy, they let it out. You know the child is happy. They live through that happiness. We as adults, we don't do that. Most of us, when something really good happens, let's say at the end of the day, we can be so tired that we don't even enjoy that happiness. Or we think, yeah, it's great, but I have so many problems. I have so many, I don't know, other things that bother me, that how can I enjoy this happiness? So we don't. Or we're really upset and we want to cry. But we know that big girls don't cry, big boys don't cry, they're gonna point at me, so we don't, and we just let it sit in our body. And when it happens too many times, it makes us sick. I think everybody knows by now that mental health, mental well-being is directly linked to our physical health. So the more burden we keep inside of our body, the more it affects us in a negative way. And the last thing that I want to mention is that kids don't hesitate to ask for help. They're gonna try and try and try, and when they can't fix it on their own, what do? They look around the room, they look for the closest grown-up, and they ask to fix it. Like, they point at it, they make noises, they talk. They need you to fix it right now, and they don't feel bad about it. When we grow up, when, I don't know, we start a new job, we're afraid to ask for help because they're gonna think I'm incompetent. They're gonna think that I don't know enough, that I'm not a good person, that I'm this, that I'm that. So we don't ask for help and we struggle. I think these are things that are very serious, and those are skills that are very intuitive and that we used to have and practice a lot. And then most of us along the way, for different experiences with adults, maybe in daycare and school, different traumas led us to the point where we're very different. We're very serious adults that know how to do things, know how everything should be, and know how to work. And we're losing that openness, and we're no longer spontaneous. We're no longer happy. We don't love ourselves anymore. So I do wish that we will become again more like our kids, and I promise it's gonna make us happier and healthier. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.